Hi class, welcome to the syllabus. This is your teacher, Tera and welcome to SOC 136, Marriage and Family. This is for spring 2011, and I'm so excited to see each and every one of you in class, in the discussion boards, and in your video podcasts, and through your creative projects. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll talk about what's going to be going on for this semester for Marriage and Family. So again, my name is Tera Olbert, and my email is listed here, tqpac@mojave.edu, and my phone number listed is also my cell, so you can text it. I get unlimited texts, and text is the fastest way to get a hold of me as well. And I'm available for you guys Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., text and cell. So you can, if you are working on the weekend and you need to get a hold of me, text is the best way. You can call me. Sometimes I might have to call you back if I'm, spending time with my family. So text is always a great way to get a hold of me on weekends. And I know that a lot of you guys are doing your work during that time. So I want to be available for you when you have questions. So the dates are listed here. It's from February 22nd to May 12th. And the drop dates and withdrawal dates are there. Of course, I don't want to see any of you guys dropping or withdrawing, so if there's ever a need that comes up, please let me know, so hopefully I can help you in any way possible. Our classroom location is online at angel.mojave.edu. And then our course description and our course goals you can read when you have time. And our course materials is M and F, and it's by David Knox. It's an amazing book. Normally, even textbooks bore me, but this is an amazing book. It reads almost as if it's a magazine. So I really like all the articles, and it's very informative, and it's really useful for you and possibly others in your life to borrow when you're done with it as well. So I really like it. And the ISBN is listed there as well. And then there are optional resources that I have at the end of the syllabus that follow what we're doing in the chapters, and so those are related films that are really fun to watch, and look for different concepts that we're learning about in popular films that we have possibly seen in the past, or maybe you want to rent on weekends when you have free time. It's not required, but it's also interesting to further your interest in marriage and family, and they might possibly help you or others in your life as well. So those might give you ideas on creative assignments that you want to do week to week, and you can also bring those up in the discussions, the optional resources, if you choose to go to the supplemental websites that I've provided, or watch any of the movies that I have recommended. Again, it's not a requirement. The only thing you need to do well in this course is the textbook. And let's go ahead and look at what the grading looks like. Our course assignments. No late work is accepted unless you clear it through me, and so send me an email through Angel, or text or call me. When you text or call me, please make sure to give me your full name. And then if you email me to my Mojave email, since that's out of Angel, if you could let me know what section number you're in, since I'm teaching 3 sections in marriage and family, and provide your full name if you're sending an email from your personal email. And so our grade breaks down as one intro discussion that's worth 5 points. To get full credit on the discussions, you need to respond to the initial prompt and reply to 2 other students. And that's done every week. We won't have a discussion on the final week. That is optional, as well as spring break, and I've broken that down for you in the schedule. And then the discussions that are weekly, those are worth 10 points. So there's 10 of those for a total of 100 points. And the weekly projects, there are 11 weekly projects, and those are worth 10 points each. And I don't really believe in doing multiple choice tests or anything like that, so it's all creative work in this class so that you can master the concepts and reflect it in your own life, because I find that this information is very valuable, and I find it to be more useful to actually apply it towards your life instead of doing a multiple choice quiz. So the grading scale is normal grading scale. 90 to 100 is an A, and so forth. This course schedule, here we have it broken down between weeks. I have the dates listed so that you can put that in your calendar so you don't get confused. And then the learning units are broken down by chapters. And the last column is required readings. Every week besides spring break we have required readings, assignments, and the due dates are always going to be Sunday at midnight except for the last week of class. The last day of classes falls on a Thursday, so you won't have that weekend to do work like you normally do. So you might want to plan ahead for the last week of class. Because of that, I made the discussion that week optional. So for example, for week 1, you have to read chapters 1 and 2. Do a weekly discussion. This is 1 initial response to the prompt and 2 replies to other students. Since we are reading 2 chapters some of the weeks, you do not have to talk about everything that you read about. You can talk about maybe one of the chapters or both of the chapters if you like, or something that stood out to you in one of the chapters. It doesn't have to be about the whole thing. You're not summarizing, you're just going to talk about something interesting you learned and how you're going to apply that in your own life. Something that you're going to take with you, and just get creative with it. I want this to be very reflective and help you and others around you. And then the weekly assignment. This is going to be the same every week, except the final week we'll go over that. Every week the weekly assignment is an option of either doing a 200-word essay or a video podcast or a PowerPoint on what you learned this week. And again, it doesn't have to be a summary of what you learned. It can be something that stood out to you in one of the chapters, or it can be about both of the chapters, or it can be about something supplemental that you saw in the movies or in the websites that I've provided for you at the end of this syllabus. And so all your work each week is due Sunday at midnight except for the last week of class. And then each week you'll also see there's a video podcast of me explaining what we're doing each week so that you don't get confused. So I'm not going to go over this whole course schedule because you'll see from week to week I post what you're supposed to do in a video podcast. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call or text me. Text is the fastest way to get a hold of me. You can also email me through Angel or through the email that's listed on the syllabus. And we have our spring break, so I've listed that there. And then our last week of class, I'll scroll down to that. This is, we end on a Thursday at midnight, so make sure you have all of your assignments in by then because I have final grades due to student services very shortly after, so I need to have time to grade everybody's assignments and submit that ASAP. So the final discussion is optional. The final assignment is required, and it's just like all the other assignments that we've had throughout the semester. But this, you do not have to talk about just chapter 15. You can talk about the class as a whole, what you've taken from the class and how you'll apply it towards your life as a whole. Maybe provide any recommendations that you have for future classes, or just something that you really something that really stuck out to you and that you're going to take with you or share with someone else. So it can be a variety of things. I really enjoy looking at students' work, and for those of you that have had me before, I really do enjoy it, and I always look forward to seeing them every week. And feel free to also share, if you do a video podcast and you post it on YouTube, you can share those links with others in the discussion board. Just make sure that it's appropriate. Of course it will be because it's your assignment, so feel free to be proud of what you are submitting, and it might help others to absorb the material as well, in addition to the discussion. And then so here's some general information that you can read on your own. Access to Angel. And then here is the student help desk number. This is really important for you to save in your cell phones or jot down somewhere. If you're having trouble logging into Angel and you're wondering if it's you or if it's the system, this is a good number to call because they might be able to help you get in there if you have an assignment due and you know you this is the only time that you have to work on it. It's really important that you can get in there, not for our class but for all the other classes you're taking as well. So that's a really important number to have on hand. And then here's more important numbers. If any of you have disabilities, please make sure that you read this statement. And then it goes over academic integrity, the honor code. You can read all this on your own, and completes and withdraws. And of course, we don't want to see any of you withdrawing, so if I can help you in any way, I definitely will try to. So please always stay in contact with me if anything's going on. And then here at the end of the syllabus is the optional materials that you can use for further enjoyment, or you can use towards your creative assignment. So for example, week 1, chapter 1, one of the films that is related to what we're learning about is Sex and the City, the movie from 2008. And so it goes over what content in the movie is actually related to what we're learning about in the chapter, and then possible assignment. So if you want to go off of these assignment ideas, you can, but if you want to just talk about what you took from the concepts and after watching the movie, or just anything that relates to the content that we're learning, feel free to do so. These are just ideas, they're not requirements. These are just really fun optional things that you can do to learn more. And then the internet exercises, these are fun, they're not required, it's just more additional information. Maybe someone in your family or one of your friends could use some of the information that we're going over, because we do go over some sensitive issues and topics, so please make sure to always remain respectful and courteous in the discussion boards. And maybe you'll be ending up helping someone that with the information that you're learning. So I hope that you all enjoy the course, and if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. My contact information is here at the top. And I know this is 45-page syllabus. It's only because of all the extra supplemental stuff at the end, so I definitely think it's a lot of paper to print, but if you want to just print the course schedule and my contact information, I think that would be a great idea. I love using a planner, and I transfer everything from the schedules of what I'm doing and put it into the planner. For example, on this course schedule, since all of this work is due on February 27th for week 1, I would put that I need to read chapters 1 and 2, do the weekly discussion, and the weekly assignment. So I'd put that on the due date, or sometimes I give myself due dates that are prior to the due date. I give myself my own due date. So I'll do like the discussion is due on Wednesday and the assignment is due on Friday, just so that I give myself some time and break it down so that's not too overwhelming. So I hope this information has been helpful, and I hope you enjoyed the syllabus overview. I look forward to conversing with all of you, and I'll see you all in the discussion boards. Thank you so much, and let's make it a great semester.